Ladies, if you are over 60, pause and listen closely for the next few minutes. Your underwear choices might be putting your health at risk, and doctors are sounding the alarm, from infections to skin irritation and even serious long-term issues. These 7 common mistakes could be harming you quietly. Stay tuned, because number 6 is something you probably do every day without a second thought. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment letting me know how often you refresh your underwear collection. Let us get started. I don't sleep in underwear every night. I used to do it without a second thought, pulling on a soft pair of panties before hopping into bed, assuming it was just part of the routine, like fluffing the pillows. But here is a wake-up call. Especially for us over 60, this habit could be working against you. Doctors specializing in women's health after menopause are waving a big caution flag. Even the comfiest underwear traps heat and moisture against your skin. When you are lying still for 6 to 8 hours, that snug layer creates a warm, damp spot where bacteria and yeast can thrive. As we age, our skin gets more sensitive, and we are more likely to face irritation, infections, or even light leaks. I noticed occasional discomfort in the mornings, a subtle itch I could not pin down, until I ditched the nighttime underwear. The change was like night and day. My skin felt cooler and calmer. Experts recommend going without underwear at least a few nights a week, if not always, to let air flow freely and lower the risk of rashes or urinary tract infections. If sleeping bare feels too bold, try loose cotton pajama pants instead. They are breezy, gentle, and keep things open without pressing against you. Since making this switch, I wake up feeling refreshed, with no more of that morning unease. It is a simple tweak that makes a huge difference, especially if you deal with sensitive skin or occasional spotting. Test it out for a few nights. Let your body breathe while you dream. You will love the lightness, and your body will reward you with fewer irritations and a happier, healthier start to your day. 2. Those trusty old pairs of underwear tucked in the back of your drawer. You know, the ones soft from years of wear, maybe a little faded, but they feel like an old friend. I had a pair I called my cozy classics. Pale blue, probably from a sale a decade ago. They were my go-to for lazy Sundays. But here is the hard truth. Keeping those worn-out favorites is like inviting trouble to your body. Over time, every wash, dry, and wear breaks down the fabric. Those tiny tears, stretched seams, and thinning patches become hiding spots for bacteria. No matter how hot the water or how strong the detergent, some germs just stick around in those frayed fibers. For us over 60, our skin is more sensitive and our bodies are less forgiving. Add in things like occasional leaks or a higher chance of infections, and those old undies become a health risk, potentially causing irritation or even urinary tract infections. Doctors say it loud and clear. Replace your underwear every 6 to 12 months. I know, it feels like a lot, maybe even wasteful. But think of it like swapping out your kitchen sponge. You would not scrub dishes with a ragged one for years. Right. Same idea here. It is about hygiene. I started refreshing my drawer gradually, buying a few new cotton pairs every few months. It is not a huge expense if you spread it out, and it feels like a small gift to yourself. Toss those undies with loose elastic, tiny holes, or faded fabric that is barely holding together. You deserve fresh, clean, reliable underwear that supports your health, not undermines it. Let go of the old favorites and embrace the peace of mind that comes with a drawer full of new, safe pair. Dry, avoid tight underwear. Those snug, form-fitting panties might feel like they are holding everything in place, maybe even giving you that smooth silhouette under your favorite skirt. I used to think tighter meant better, more polished, more in control. But here is the deal. Especially for us, over 60, tight underwear is not your ally. As we age, our skin gets more delicate, and those constricting fabrics cause trouble. They rub, they chafe, and they create friction that can leave your skin raw or irritated. Worse, tight elastic bands can dig in too hard, sometimes pressing on nerves. Ever heard of myalgia paresthetica? It is a fancy term for pain or numbness in your thigh caused by pressure from tight clothing. And yes, I learned about it the hard way after weeks of discomfort from my go-to snug briefs. Doctors warn that tight underwear can even mess with circulation. Adding to the list of woes, your body is not the same as it was in your 20s. And that is perfectly okay. But your underwear needs to keep up with those changes. Instead of gripping, go for looser. Hygiene. Look for soft, stretchy waistbands that sit comfortably, letting you slide a finger under them with ease. Cotton breathes, moves with you, and keeps irritation at bay. I made the switch to high-rise cotton pairs, and it was like my body sighed in relief. No more pinching. No more red marks. Save the tight stuff for rare moments, if you must. But for daily wear, choose roomy, gentle cotton. It is not just about comfort. It is about protecting your skin, your nerves, and your peace of mind. Your body deserves to feel free, not trapped. And the right underwear makes all the difference. Stop wearing synthetic underwear daily. Those slick, stretchy pairs made of polyester, nylon, or spandex often come with promises of style, support, or sweat-wicking magic. They look fabulous under tight jeans or a sleek dress, and the ads make them sound like a dream. But here is the reality check. Especially for us over 60, these fabrics are working against you. Synthetic materials act like a sauna, trapping heat and moisture right where you do not want it. As we age, our bodies shift. Lower estrogen levels thin out our skin and dial back the natural bacteria that keep things balanced down there. That makes us more vulnerable to irritation, yeast infections, or even bacterial issues. I used to adore those glossy, form-fitting panties. They felt like a confidence boost. But then I started dealing with nagging discomfort, a bit of itching, sometimes a burning sensation. I blamed it on soaps or just getting older. But the culprit was clear: my underwear. Those non-breathable fabrics were holding in every drop of sweat or discharge, creating a perfect storm for trouble. Doctors are firm on this for daily wear. Go for 100% cotton underwear. It is soft, lets air flow freely, and keeps your skin dry and happy. Cotton might not have that runway sparkle, but it is a game changer for comfort and health. Save the fancy, synthetic stuff for special occasions, a night out, or a moment when you want to feel extra glamorous. For the everyday grind, choose cotton. It is like giving your body a deep, healthy breath. You will feel the difference, and your body will thank you with fewer doctor visits and a whole lot more ease. 5. Washing your underwear with scented or harsh detergents. I used to love the fresh, flowery scent of my laundry, picking detergents with names like Meadow Breeze or Lilac Dream, thinking they made my clothes cleaner and cozier. But here is the harsh truth. Especially for us over 60, those fragrant, chemical-packed products are not your friends. The perfumes, dyes, and brighteners in most detergents leave a residue on your underwear, and that residue sits right against your most sensitive skin all day. As we age, our skin thins and loses some of its natural oils, making it more prone to irritation or even infections when mixed with sweat or discharge. I spent years battling random itchiness, switching underwear brands, and wondering what was wrong. Until my doctor asked about my laundry routine, it was a light bulb moment. Those lovely smelling detergents were the problem, and fabric softeners. They are even worse. Leaving a waxy film that traps bacteria, doctors now urge us to switch to fragrance-free, hypoallergenic detergents. I made the change. And let me tell you, it was like giving my skin a break. It did not know it needed. I also started running an extra rinse cycle just for my underwear to wash away every last bit of residue. It takes a bit more time, but the payoff is huge. No more itching. No more weird reactions. Just calm, happy skin. You do not need a fancy scent to feel clean. That is just marketing. Your body craves simple, gentle care. Make the swap to a plain, hypoallergenic detergent and treat your underwear to that extra rinse. It is a small step that feels like a big win for your comfort and health. And you will wonder why you did not do it sooner. 6. Stop using panty liners every day. I used to think they were a must-have. A little layer of security that kept me feeling fresh and prepared, especially for those just-in-case moments. They seem like the ultimate hygiene hack, tidy and discreet. But here is the eye-opener, especially for women over 60. Daily panty liners might be doing more harm than good. Those thin pads, with their plastic backings and synthetic fibers, hold heat and moisture close to your skin. If you are not swapping them out every few hours, which most of us do not, you are creating a damp, warm environment that bacteria and yeast absolutely love. As we age, our vaginal tissue gets thinner, less acidic, and more prone to tiny tears, weakening our natural defenses. That makes daily liners a risky choice, potentially leading to infections, rashes, or even unwanted odors. I relied on them for years, thinking they were keeping me clean. But I started noticing irritation and discomfort I could not explain. Doctors set me straight. Liners are fine for occasional leaks or spotting, but using them every day is overkill. Instead, let your skin breathe. If you need a liner now and then, go for unscented, cotton-based ones and change them every 4 to 6 hours. Since I cut back, I feel lighter, fresher, and more comfortable in my own skin. Your body does not need constant padding. It craves airflow and balance. Skipping daily liners is like giving your body permission to stay naturally healthy. Try it, and you will be amazed at how much better you feel without that extra layer. Save liners for when you truly need them, and let your body do its thing the rest of the time. It is a small change with a big payoff for your health and ease. Incontinence, and how your underwear choice matters more than you think. A little leak during a laugh, a sneeze, or a quick jog is common for women over 60, and it is nothing to be ashamed of. I used to just double up on regular panties or toss in a panty liner, thinking that was enough to handle those moments. But here is the truth. Ignoring how your underwear deals with incontinence can set you up for discomfort and even health issues. Regular underwear, whether too loose or too tight, is not built for leaks. Loose pair let moisture pool against your skin, while tight ones trap it, causing irritation, rashes, or even infections. I had a few awkward moments, like a damp spot at a friend's brunch, and it shook my confidence. Doctors now stress that if leaks happen more than once a week, it is time to switch to specialized incontinence underwear. These are not the bulky pads of the past. No way. Modern designs are sleek, soft, and look like everyday briefs, but they are game changers. They wick moisture away, control odors, and keep your skin dry and comfortable. Since I made the switch, I feel secure, whether I am out shopping or dancing with my grandkids. These undies are designed to protect your skin and bladder, reducing the risk of inflammation or soreness. You do not have to quietly cope or feel embarrassed. Choosing the right underwear is about taking charge of your comfort. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a smart move for your health. If leaks are part of your life, ditch the makeshift fixes and try Incontinence underwear. You will walk taller, worry less, and feel ready for anything. Your body deserves that kind of care. And you will love the freedom it brings. There you go. Ladies, 7 underwear habits to ditch for your health and comfort. These changes are about caring for yourself with the wisdom you have earned. If this resonated, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with a friend who needs this advice. Want more tips for thriving as you age? Sign up for my free Elderly Philosophy newsletter, packed with practical ideas and stories. Until next time, stay confident, stay healthy, and keep shining.